Now, this morning, Hunter Biden, he is fighting back with a rare public response to his laptop scandal. After years of back and forth with conservatives who want to know exactly what was in his personal laptop and what the public should know and whether it's tied to the president, lawyers for Hunter Biden are demanding criminal investigations into those who took the computer and shared its contents with the world. That includes the laptop repair shop and the release of that information to former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. A White House correspondent Allison Harris has the latest. Allison.
Good morning, Adrienne. This is a complete 180 in strategy for Hunter Biden. His lawyers now going after those who have been attacking him for years, including the computer repair shop owner accused of disseminating data from his laptop, as well as conservative commentators like Rudy Giuliani and Steve Bannon. In a series of letters reportedly sent by Hunter Biden's attorneys, lawyers are asking the Delaware Attorney General, the Justice Department, and the IRS to investigate those who publicized data from Hunter Biden's laptop back in 2019. This would be the first time a representative for Hunter Biden acknowledges public data on that laptop belonged to Hunter Biden. He said in an interview back in 2021 that he really doesn't know if the laptop is his and if it was stolen from him. His lawyers have also reportedly sent cease and desist letters to some of his most outspoken critics, like Tucker Carlson, saying they continue to make defamatory and false statements about him, calling for retractions. This follows other recent reporting that allies of the president are now raising money to mount millions of dollars in a legal defense for Hunter Biden, as a federal grand jury has reportedly heard testimony about payments related to his position on the board of Ukrainian energy company, and as Republicans now in leadership in the House are vowing to investigate the Biden family. This is a complete departure from the button-down strategy that we have seen from Hunter Biden in the past, Adrienne.
All right. Besides all that, we keep on hearing more about the classified documents search. Apparently, after the FBI went back to the president's beach home. Do we know about any other searches of any other properties of Biden's, President Biden's, over these classified documents?
That's really a question that the White House has shied away from answering very specifically. We were told weeks ago to not expect any more searches or documents to be found. Obviously, more materials have been found. More searches have happened. President Biden's attorney says no classified documents were found at the president's Rehoboth beach house, but that the FBI did take some notebooks from the president's time as vice president. We don't know how sensitive those materials are. The search at the president's beach house means there have now been searches by the FBI at that home, at the president's Wilmington home, as well as his private office at the Penn Biden Center here in Washington. Each of those searches, his attorney says, were planned and consensual. No search warrants, Adrienne.
All right, Allison, thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.